What's good, YouTube? It's your man Rage King back with another one. Yes, another upload to the channel. And before we get started, I'd ask if you'll please go down there and hit that like button, hit that sub button, hit that bell for notifications if you're new. Welcome to Rage Rants TV. This is how we do. Raging Rebels make some noise. And if you're new to the crew, welcome to the Raging Rebel Revolution. Now let's vibe. And y'all, in today's video, I'm going to be discussing why I personally think that Christian Wood is the Rockets and the NBA's next perennial All-Star. Let's speak on it. Now, I know what y'all thinking. It's still early. You know, it's still early. People don't really know who he is. People haven't really game plan for him yet. People, you know, he hasn't played that many good teams. I get all of it. I get all of it. There's going to be a lot of naysayers. But just hear me out for a second. Guys, Christian Wood, I will admit, when we first signed him, I didn't even know who he was. I'm gonna be honest with you. And after seeing a few of his games, you understand what I'm saying? I thought he was just, I thought maybe he was just maybe a glorified role player, a glorified bench player that could provide some minutes off the bench, you know, possibly get some starters minutes, you know, hit some shots when needed. But guys, after seeing him lead the charge last night against the San Antonio Spurs, dropping 27 points, 15 rebounds, and 3 blocks to boot all over the place, I'm talking about pulling up for 3, off the dribble, pulling up for mid-range, finishing off the alley-oop, getting to the rim and finishing. Guys, this guy, Christian Wood, is the real deal. And to be honest with you, I know I'm probably going to get a lot of slack for saying this, but to me, seeing his game, to me, he reminds me, and I know I'm going to catch a lot of slack for this, but he reminds me of a lesser version of Anthony Davis. You understand what I'm saying? And here's what I mean. Anthony Davis on the season so far, I know the season's still young, Anthony Davis so far is averaging 22 points and 8 rebounds on the season. Christian Wood is averaging 23 points and 10.5 rebounds on the season. You get what I'm saying? And around the same number of blocks. Like, this guy is absolutely insane. This guy's absolutely phenomenal. And then think about this. He's doing this and putting up these kind of numbers with the Russell Westbrook trade shenanigans going on, the James Harden trade shenanigans going on, the Rockets not knowing who their coach was until they hired Stephen Silas going on. So a whole new system he's having to adjust to. A whole new group of players he's having to adjust and play around. And then through all of that, he has been that rock. He has been him and Coach Stephen Silas have been that rock, that foundation that have kept the Rockets steady. Now I know they have a negative record right now, but you can still say right now that if they get a healthy John Wall, a healthy DeMarcus Cousins, a health of Victor Oladipo, that the Rockets are still very much, even though they are very much going through a rebuild in disguise, and that's very much what this is, a rebuild in disguise, you can say that they very well are still very competitive in the West. They could still very much be a playoff team right now, even going through a rebuild. And I honestly think that this is the opportunity also for the Rockets to build around one Christian Wood. Now, is that necessarily saying that he has to be the best player on the team right now for to win a championship? No. Obviously, if you can bring some other good guards, if you can bring some better talent around them, some better talent, some good guards, some great guards, another great center, say if Boogie comes around and finally gets healthy, John Wall or whoever else in the next free agency, guys, we have a very good opportunity right here to build around Christian Wood and Stephen Silas' system and still be very competitive, and not just competitive for this year, but for years to come. Because I believe Christian Wood is still, 25, 26? He's still very young. He's not even in his prime yet, and he's putting up these kind of numbers. Now, it remains to be seen if he can continue this kind of push going throughout the season, because as they say, the NBA season is a marathon, not a sprint. So that's yet to be seen. But for what I'm seeing right now, this guy has all the characteristics it takes to be a perennial All-Star. Because, I mean, he's very humble throughout trade scenarios and going on. He still finds somehow, some way to just shut his mouth, grab his lunch pail, and go out there and ball to the best of his abilities. And to see him go out there and make guys like Jae'Sean Tate have a good night, to see guys like Sterling Brown drop 23 points last night, it just, you know, for him and just other bench players without John Wall, and they still going in San Antonio, the team that's coached by Greg Popovich and has guys like LaMarcus Aldridge and DeMar DeRozan at their disposal, and still going there and lead the charge and lead that comeback, that just spoke volumes to me. That just spoke volumes to me. Now, I understand it's just one game. It could have just been one night. But, guys, from what I'm seeing so far, I am completely sold on Christian Wood. And it's hardly ever that I look at a guy, I only see a few games of him play, and be like, yep, that guy's it. He's going to be good. But from what I've seen from Christian Wood, this guy is the total package. The only thing he has to do now is continue what he's doing. And I honestly, truly believe that he has so much room to get better. And I believe that he has the drive and the passion to get better and be that perennial all-star that the Houston Rockets need. And I honestly think that another perennial all-star that the league could honestly use, to increase the popularity of the game, of course, but just an all-around humble guy that went, that went undrafted. If you look at the story, went undrafted, had to scratch and claw his way from the bottom, and yet somehow, some way, still found his way, being a starter in the league, becoming a $41 million man, being a man in Houston right now, being a star player in Houston right now, putting the league on notice that he is absolutely coming. He is a freight train coming, and y'all better be on the lookout because he's already got the attention of guys like LeBron James. He's already on the radar of teams that got to come play the Rockets. You have to game plan for him, or he is going to bust you behind. If you don't believe me, ask Greg Popovich and the San Antonio Spurs last night. That guy Christian Wood is coming. He is coming, and there is nothing anyone can do about it. The only person that can stop Christian Wood right now is himself. And I think Houston Rockets fans, I think we really got a good one. It's a shame what happened with the James Harden scenario. I would have loved to see what those two could have done together. But it is what it is. All we can do now is move on, look forward towards the future, and say that, y'all, I honestly truly believe that even though we lost 2 MVPs, we still somehow, some way found our way to still have and to still be competitive and find our all-star to build towards going in the future. That's my video for today, man. I hope y'all enjoyed. Let me know in the comment section if you disagree or if you agree. Like I say, if you disagree, we can have a conversation. Just remain logical and respectful. My name is Rage King. I am out, and I'll be back later on with more videos, more commentary, more good content. Now, hashtag that enough said. Win, lose, or draw, just as we did last night. Good season, bad season, championship or not, it's always go Rockets. See y'all next time. Have a great day.